A few days later, we were on to the City of Lights, Paris.
If you take a close look at the clip, you'll see what two trains going in the opposite direction at 120 miles an hour look like. Wow. We took a taxi from the train station to our hotel, which was really one of Barbara's favorite parts of the trip. From our corner hotel room, we could look out the window to see the underground entrance there, and it was really just a fantastic place with windows and balconies all around. The metro, as the underground is called here in Paris, has a whole different atmosphere. As you can see, people performing on the subway. And this was my first view coming out of the subway. I was absolutely stunned to see how close to the Arc de Triomphe I was.
And now we have arrived at one of the most famous avenues in the world, La Champs-Élysées.
And right next to the arch, we got really the only good cup of coffee we found in Paris. Although I love the sights and the sounds, I found this following little scene to be especially interesting, as we found a little oasis in the middle of the city. Luckily, we had Barbara as kind of a tour guide, because she does do pretty well with other languages. My extent of language development, for many years I believed that I was speaking French when I was imitating Maurice Chevalier, and I was merely saying ho ho ho. Again, we can't say enough about the public transportation, and especially the tourist amenities that are available, because while we were looking at all these great scenes, and we were able to get on and off the buses and on and off the metro and on and off the barges with only one ticket, we were listening to great classical French music. There was everything from Edith Piaf to Maurice Chevalier, as I mentioned before, and classical music like the French theme song. But we're not allowed to play any of those for you right now because of licensing agreements. However, since we do have an agreement with Turner Classic Movies, we can play you a piece of the movie Casablanca, where there's a great French theme played there. cruise along the Seine is a must, and you can get tickets that will allow you to ride both the barges and the buses at your leisure, on and off, one charge. So as we take one spin around the entire City of Lights, I just have to say that it really was one of the great experiences of my life to go to both London and to Paris in one trip. There's Notre Dame. Always remember that the French were the ones who gave us the Statue of Liberty, which was very famous, and there are remnants of the statue, precursors, in town. They have the flame here and there, but there really is no other site quite as unique as the first time you stand next to the Eiffel Tower. It's such a prominent site. You can see it from everywhere. I mean, as we're cruising up to it, but then you're standing right next to it, and it's even more spectacular. Like every tourist, I suppose, I was trying to get every conceivable angle and shade of light.
I had been to France before, but I had never gone to the Eiffel Tower and had dinner there. It was quite spectacular.
Here's what it looks like from the Eiffel Tower. Down below, somebody else turned their camera on Barbara.
We enjoyed a lovely lunch right next to the lovely cathedral, Notre Dame.
On our last day in Paris, we decided to just take the double-decker bus around the city one more time and listen to classical music. So we're going to give you a taste of that right now and let you hear some music while we show you some more photographs. Here's something of interest. We came to a stop near the Opera House, and we were told that in this courtyard is where Marie Antoinette had lost her head. In fact, the guillotine is still the preferred method of capital punishment in France. Ba
Ba,
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 ba
ba, ba,
ba
ba,
ba
ba,
ba
ba, ba.
ba 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 ba.
In the evening, we went to see the very famous Moulin Rouge.
The Can-Can was born here, and Toulouse-Lautrec used to hang out and draw some of his great portraits here. There's a lot going on in the area, of course, that some tourists might find very, very interesting other than the Moulin Rouge itself. But this definitely is a must when you go to Paris. So we're going to end this bifocals with a couple of other interesting impromptu musical numbers.
We're all together for a drink. We're going to look there, more there, like babies. Hello there, chez un détroit, vieux jaune, nous le couchons d'étoiles. Faire bon ça s'il de la chape histoire. Chez vous.
Don't hesitate to ride the rail when you go to Europe. And here's our last minute video suggestions. American in Paris, Gene Kelly, and A Tale of Two Cities with Ronald Colman.
So we'll bid you adieu. Until next time.
Here's looking at you.